You survived another meeting that could have been an email.
Yeah.
Oh, social media snaps were meant to do like, we're starting recording.
Put it on a story.
Yeah, I did.
Telling a story about us telling each other stories.
Do you know what the difference is between a story and a reel and a post?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, a story doesn't last, so it's pretty pointless.
Okay.
A reel is a short form video that you can like TikTok, but for Instagram.
Right.
You can access like that side of things, and then a post
Just on your feed, isn't it?
Yeah, although you can put reels on your feed, so who knows?
As soon as they start allowing me to post, did we sound check? I think we sound all right. Our levels all right.
I think we sound fine, but we record individually, so I can correct that afterwards.
Okay.
This time.
You deal with it. Yeah. I did a Facebook story. I was like, I'll do that because you can do that from your computer.
Yeah.
But any step that's like, oh, by the way, why don't you do this on your phone? I just want to be not
shoot things.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself. Don't tell me what to do. It's just I'm not used to using a phone anyway, but I'm all about making it as simple as possible. Yeah. And as soon as you got to get the right file format for your fucking phone. Oh, resolution. Our resolution, I've got to change it from doing the vertical. I started off on Instagram doing the tall shots for the reels. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They don't work on normal posts. So I changed it to vertical, which works, but then on the preview, you see a cropped version of it.
Oh, so it takes your head off.
And the subtitles, which means our entire Instagram feed at the moment is just us going with hilarious subtitles that I've made an effort to make a part of the screenshot. It's completely cut out. So I've got to make it smaller again. But I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
Bit by bit. It was weird last week.
Yeah?
Yeah,
well,
I think
to come back and to
I think my head was in a weird place anyway. But I think watching it back felt like we weren't used to it. Do you know what I mean?
It'd been a while.
For sure, yeah.
And like, not even like a while since we've recorded in person, right? Yeah. A while since we've seen each other. Like, we'd met up once or twice over the whole fucking pandemic.
Yeah, but I think as well, like, we got used to giving each other, like, a pause for latency.
Yeah.
So, in person, we were just like, so what do you think about this? Well, I find it fine. Okay. And then, I just managed to get
like you adjust for things. I guess it's like, I don't know. I thought I had a good example, but
you didn't.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Just for that meeting. Yeah, you got your workout log. I'm being nicer. I'm trying to be nicer, but I can't help myself.
Well, you're not being nasty. You're just being weird.
I'm just pointing things out. You got crossbolt.
Workout logs helpful for me. Did you not keep like a note of things when you were?
I did, and you hated me for it. Do you remember?
No.
You were like, I don't take it as fucking seriously as you, mate. And I was like, well, the only reason I write stuff down is because I forget how much I've done.
That doesn't sound like something I do. But at the time, if we were at uni, I wasn't working out then.
I think, you were we went with a mutual friend to like a gymming crew or something.
Yeah.
And I just write everything down because literally it's how I mark progress, right? Like you start off lifting 10 kilos, then it goes up and you got to remember what I did last time. So I just wrote it down. I was 100%. Like, you should write it down. I can help you. You're like, fuck off. I don't take it as seriously as you. I was like, all right.
But at the time I didn't. Because I wasn't working out. Like I did. I think I went a couple of times. But the most that I really did with you and stuff was going and play like basketball and things.
Yeah, that's true.
Gym talk.
Oh, you're not talking about the gym, are you? I don't like it when we talk about the gym.
Didn't intend to, but we've ended up with gym talk. Yeah. We're back in the game. I think this is what made it feel real.
You made a video for that one.
I did it post ages ago.
Right.
I live streamed the edit as well. But yeah, like you had it just as an audio thing. And then when it came on the episode, I was like, I'll make a little thing for crying baby.
Yeah.
People doing extreme yoga. Yeah. But yeah, no, this feels better now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think there's one, it's being conscious of it before. Two, like, just mental headspace. It's really weird. Like, I don't know how much to talk about it, but like, I think everyone gets in these weird different ways of like, they get on a creative role and then they hit a roadblock of some kind that they don't really expect or doesn't really seem to make any difference. But then it just throws you into a weird funk. And it took me a while to kind of get back into it.
Yeah.
But I got back onto stuff the other day or something like that.
No,
so
I
I'm
can
feeling a bit
appreciate
more
that.
energetic.
I've been trying to kind of keep myself on that. I was actually like I've still kind of tried to keep up with that writing every day thing, and even if it's writing about kind of like inconsistencies and the problems that I'm kind of having, like just writing anything, and I described it as trying to kind of like correct a derail, like if a wheel comes off, if you've got the actual kind of like habits and everything in place as to where they should be, you can use things to kind of like pull that wheel back onto line. So if your thing is like you get up, you have a coffee, you go into the office, you sit down, you put on this playlist and you start writing, even if you're not feeling it, you can still do that, and the chances are you'll probably start writing.
Yeah, creating your own environment and managing that environment, managing that routine.
Yeah,
to get you warmed up.
Yeah,
ready to do stuff. I mean, like I had to take a mental check. I think yesterday as I was, preparing some videos and highlights and stuff, because like, all these marketing type videos to like market the episode is like I hit a bit of a wall where it was like, I'm not feeling this one. It's okay, but I'm not really feeling it. And then it was like, you know what? Just take a breath, and then just be like, you can get a load done later on. Don't force it now because you somehow feel obliged. Because that's another pitfall we'd always fall into creatively, was it's got to be done perfectly every single hour or every single day or every single week. And as soon as it starts to crumble, you go, well, I might as well not do it anymore.
Yeah,
you know, you get that perfectionism. Perfectionism kind of procrastination of like, oh well, if it's not perfect, then I don't need to bother.
Yeah.
So having a moment to be like, well, I was just doing them for a laugh and just to get a social media feed. So it's like I still do them, but like right now I don't have great ideas. There's things I'd rather do further down the line. But you go, hey, if it goes a week without any of these marketing videos coming out, that's fine. There's no. Yeah. I'm managing myself here, so it's just having that moment of being like, oh, I need to have 3 posts a day. I need to do this. I need to do that. But I managed to take a breath and be like, oh no, I've got better ideas that I'll do later on. And for now,
plus I think those ones were more just you kind of and
just
not
pissing about.
Yeah, you entertaining yourself anyway. So if it's like, well, if it's not doing that, then don't worry about it. You can. There's still like loads of clips from the podcast and stuff. Like it doesn't really matter.
They get the most pull. I don't know why.
What
the marketing type videos as opposed to the previews and stuff. I think it's because like people maybe it's a use of hashtags or something like that. But they're always much easier unless they're about recycling. And it's not a case of it flopped. The recycling one, nobody saw it, so it was just kind of filtered out. Like TikTok was just like, don't show anyone recycling. No one look at it. I thought we got. I wasn't able to log into TikTok yesterday. To post the stuff. It said you're already logged in, mate. I was like, well then let me post. Oh, you got to log in first. All right, let me log in then. You're already logged in. Checked everywhere.
Was it me?
I don't think so. I managed to do some web developer shit to fix it, but maybe it's just not the greatest written browser app, I guess. But obviously, it's just used for people to be on people's phones, and people usually only have one phone. Oh, you
do it on the web?
I do everything on the web,
right?
Because I just not using on my phone, so I just upload it on there. But it got I could log in on my phone, I could log in on other devices, but my computer was like, what the fuck? Trying to get all the social media stuff, I was like, there was a weird pressure for me to put myself on to go like, oh, you need to do this creative stuff. And it's just like, yes, but you need to also manage other things around it. So like if it's time sensitive or whatever. So it was quite good about that. Set up a secondary YouTube channel. So if you're watching this and you just want to see clips of the show, which is usually like the specific news articles of like 3 minutes or weirdly 2 minutes to 7 minutes long clips of videos, then check that out. It's just pulling teeth clips. If you search for it in YouTube, sometimes you just get pictures of people getting their teeth ripped out. But you'll see us there as well. That's good. So we're with good company. Yeah.
Appropriate company.
Screaming people, usually under the influence of some kind of drug.
Yeah.
Getting ripped into by, I guess, strangers. A dentist is a stranger, isn't it?
I mean, they like to pretend they know you.
Yeah. The guy wasn't impressed with my chisel and a screwdriver home dentistry.
Well, it got the job done. It did more than the fucking dentist did.
It did. That's a story that may appear one day on Pulling Teeth.
Can I say fuck?
Yeah, cunts.
Oh, yeah.
Wobble wank. I don't know. Wobble wank. Why not? Who cares? But yeah, we're on we've got a secondary YouTube channel. If you want to help support us, go to subscribe on there as well. Notifications, all that kind of shit. And we've got social media, which I feel weird about promoting still, but it's got loads of shit on it. Yeah, it's stuff on it.
It's good.
Send us a like. We've had some people reach out, some people we don't know.
Yeah.
Message us, and like weird, like-minded people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to get involved, send us a message. Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Still feels weird to say. And Pulling Teeth Podcast on Facebook, and you'll see all of our shit on there. So that's all the politeness out of the way.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'll have one of these as well.
Random acts of kindness.
Yeah, so to the stressed family that lives down the bottom of my street, your children can be found at 54 degrees north, -3 degrees west, and they've got around 3 days of oxygen left. I thought I'd just start being nice to people.
That's good.
Thought I'd try and get us back into the recordings. Weirdly enough, they don't listen to the podcast, and this releases in about 7 days' time. So,
so what's the point anyway?
I'm being nice.
Number 53, your kids are dead.
I'm being nice, mate. Being nice. Did you see the herb garden promo thing I did? And then again, guerrilla marketing.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was quite funny as well. Still too guerrilla marketing. It was like
about
4
burying
steps.
people's kids.
Yeah, you're obnoxious kids.
Yeah.
And then
it
was like 4 steps to make a good herb garden. It involved composting your neighbour's obnoxious kids, then using the herbs to season a lovely soup for the search party. I enjoyed that. That's quite.
It's good soup.
Yeah, it's just. But what's the point? So many times, like why? It's not like I've done these and like the likes and follows are rolling in.
Yeah.
Like nothing's changing. It's just people are seeing it and going, all right.
Yeah. No, I completely
understand. My favourite
understand.
type of comedy though.
Yeah. Well, like the things that I've made that I like the most and watch the most are the dumbest things that attract no attention, but for some reason were the most fun.
Yeah, it's just having a laugh, isn't it? It's just fun. But so good luck finding your kids. How are you, Steve?
I'm all right.
All right.
I'm okay now.
Now you're okay.
Yeah, we were meant to have like a writing thing on on Monday Eve, which was scheduled to be busy over the weekend, but I was all fucking flued up. I'm okay now. I'm just about out of it. And then I had my jab on Sunday morning, my first one.
Oh yeah.
So by next month, I think I'll have 5G. I think that's when it takes that long to activate.
Yeah, to password protection.
Yeah,
age
and they've got to send me a new SIM card. They're getting smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the magnet stuff?
No.
There's like a fad going on TikTok, I think it is, of people who've just been jabbed putting a magnet over their arm and it's sticking. I mean, there's a belief that that's all a scam anyway because they're doing it on the wrong arm. But then there's people who genuinely believe that it's like a thing. You're like, well, there might be something magnetic in the injection.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen, I can't remember which X-Men it was, where Magneto just rips out all the iron out of some guy in a prison, a plastic prison. Or was that Wolverine?
Adamantium, isn't it? He can,
yes.
That's why he can't go up against Magneto.
No, there was a prisoner. I think it was Wolverine, actually, but as you say it. But yeah, there was an innocent human prisoner, and he just like ripped out all the iron out of the prison guard, or something like that.
Oh, out of his blood.
Yeah, to help in order to help Magneto escape, he was in a plastic prison or something, and so he ripped out the iron from the guy's blood and used it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it might have been that.
Yeah.
From the jab, you have a bit of iron in you. It's fine. What are you worried about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get conspiracies anyway, but like, yeah, people freaking out about this. It's just you got to. In order for you to believe anything like that, you got to go like, you believe that there's really smart people out there. Like there was a skit I saw again on TikTok. It's a good platform. It just feels weird. Yeah.
It feels like you're kind of like enjoying yourself, but standing in a room full of kids.
Yeah. Like, did you see? I had a comment about one of the previews.
Right.
And the preview was, bruh, this guy looks just like my art teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that.
Well, I guess you're not really telling me if you're commenting on the video.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, but okay.
Yeah, and then there was the one about the bear, and someone just commented, Russian president.
Cool. I don't get a lot of it. 90% of TikTok I don't get.
Yeah.
I get the serial killers and that kind of stuff and like the really weird shit. But yeah, when it comes to like the mainstream stuff of like, so tell me, what's the most goth thing about you? And it's just a woman in a corset going, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But yeah, so I saw a skit on TikTok about like an ex-Marine or something going like, you believe that there's GPS tracking software inside a microchip, inside a syringe that they're putting inside of you. You understand, when I was in combat, we were mortaring our own team because we didn't know where they were. So you think the US Air Force and the Army hasn't got this technology, but the government does to see which Dunkin' Donuts do you go to? And it's like this, it's that belief of like, what was that old Joe Rogan bit about, you believe the White House to be guarded by like lasers and shit like that.
You could just walk in.
And this guy just walks straight in. It's like, you've just built it up in your head and you're just freaking out about it. But, so yeah. But yeah, free Wi-Fi is free Wi-Fi at the end of the day. I wouldn't mind being chipped.
No.
I wouldn't mind being airstriked. I've said that before. Yeah, I've had the first one. Oh, did you have a reaction to it?
I don't know.
When did you have it?
Because I had it on Sunday morning, but I was so full of cold at that point that like if I felt worse, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
My arm hurt.
Oh yeah, a bit of sore arm, but yeah, after I think it was like 12 hours or something like that on the dot, I felt pretty rough for like 6 hours.
Which one did you have?
No idea.
No, you don't know.
No.
Okay.
And I don't think I looked on my paperwork and they didn't tell me. I think you ask, but I was like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't give me that one because I know better than you. So I just went like, just jab me with whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'll die, maybe I'll live.
Yeah.
They were like, I think you can't ingest it and rat poison at the same time. I saw one of those posters.
Yeah.
Don't take blood thinners or rat poison before getting injected.
Judging by everyone else's reaction, I think it does absolutely nothing unless you take a picture of yourself holding the card up and then put it on social media.
Yeah, or that kind of like, they call it something, but like social media has like put this frame over your profile picture to show that you don't support ISIS or something like that.
To show that how much you love the NHS. Vaccinated. It was like, well, I mean, do I have to?
I just don't give a fuck. I don't know what frame I can use for that.
It's just people forming tribes, and I'm bored of it, man.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, there was a thing like, I think Steven Crowder did something recently, and he went into a big thing about why he doesn't believe in the vaccine. I was like, fair enough, but I just don't give a shit. I have no dog in this race. Inject me with whatever the fuck you want. I don't know whether that puts me on one side or not, but I'm not going to start questioning people who I'm assuming are smarter than me when it comes to medical shit.
Yeah.
Just, all right, I just trust that you're going to do what do, and if I die, fair enough. Who cares?
It's just... Right, I don't... This whole thing hasn't bothered me. I have a different perspective on it to a lot of people because I was never sequestered and locked away or anything throughout this whole thing. I've worked the whole time, either independently or for other companies. Like, I've been out and with the public and with people from like all kind of like different walks of life doing various things. Like, I think that gives you... I think, like, just by the nature of that, it gives you a different view on everything that's going on. Not a right view, not a wrong view, just a different one.
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing people being like, "Oh, thank God, I've got the jab. I can, like, things can get better." I've never felt that at all. Like, I never felt impeded by anything but people telling me what to do.
Well, I just never got like. I think there's a thing of if you've received your second jab, you don't have to wear a mask indoors. I think is like the difference. But I don't know. I've never seen anything problematic or difficult about wearing a mask. I mean, there's loads of articles this week that were just boring, but they were like, during my labor for my pregnancy. Can you have labor for something else? Probably hard work. It's only pregnancy. No, yeah, when I was in labor with my child, they forced me to wear a mask, and now I'm going to sue. You're like, who cares? Like, genuinely, like if it was, I've got a lot of.
Is your baby alive and well?
And put the baby back, and you can have your mask.
So you're
off.
saying that without the mask, Labour would have been a pleasant experience.
Yeah, or just like it's just what's your problem? It's just a mask. It's not difficult. They've even said like you can just anything, just wear a bed sheet. I don't care, just please wear a mask. And there's obviously an argument about the effectiveness of it, but you just go like, if we're all going to get along and we all accept that this is the rule, is it really that big an issue for you to do that? And I'd argue that, and the thing is, people go, yeah, but I don't, that's how they control you. It's like, don't be so insecure. Your world exists inside yourself. It doesn't, oh yeah, but Boris Johnson's made me wear a mask. If that offends you, chill out.
Yeah.
Like, there's more important things in life than what Boris Johnson tried to tell you.
Yeah.
It seems like a weird argument.
Like, I think... On the whole, like, I wasn't really that bothered about the vaccine. I wasn't bothered about getting it done. It's just that, like, Vix said, please go and get it done. I was just like, well, I don't think it's going to kill me, so, like, I'll just go and fucking do it. It's not a problem. I would have had a problem with it if people were like, you have to get it done or we'll impede your rights. Like, to your whatever your rights are. Like so like the COVID passport or whatever that is. If that came into effect, I would say that's a problem.
I don't know many rights, right? But the first right that came up for me in my head was you can paint whatever you want. Like, if you sit down to make a painting like Bob Ross, like, I'm pretty sure you have the right to paint whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no,
as
if you
long as
don't get it, and you can't paint lions anymore.
No more purples.
Yeah.
No more Havana sunsets, okay? Like,
yeah.
Oh, gee whiz, guys.
Your walls can only be eggshell.
How are they going to police that?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. It's a difference between being able to volunteer to get it done and sort of being forced to societally to get it done. I would have a problem in that instance. But like,
so like say you weren't, I mean, what would be a right? Like the right to go outside, right? That's a simple one. Yeah, you'd have to stay in your house unless you had that. Then that would be a bit aggressive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's not your right to go to Tesco.
Well, mostly because it doesn't
go outside of it.
Like it's even then, like, it's one thing to get a vaccine that stops you passing something on, like smallpox or the mumps or like all of those crazy ones, but like. To get a vaccine and be told that if you don't get it, you're endangering people, when in actuality, it doesn't stop you getting it. It doesn't stop you passing it on. It just stops you dying from it.
Well,
I don't see that. I don't see how that puts anyone in any position to tell someone what to do.
Well, because I understand that argument. I've had that discussion with someone before, and not to get into it in a big way, but like, there's like, it was the same at the beginning of all this kind of happening. It's the trickling effect, because if there's say you get it and there's a 30% chance you need to go to hospital, then if you have the vaccine and you're only 5% likely to go to hospital, then that means you're not called. Yeah, there's a trickling effect of like, so if you're suffering from it enough.
So in that instance, it's about secondaries. Like, well, you're then taking up the bed of someone who's got cancer.
Sure, or if there's loads of people going there for a treat. It's the same as like I don't know. Like the flu vaccine, I've always gotten it, I think, because I'm asthmatic. But I think they give it to vulnerable people so that if they get the flu, then it's less serious.
Yeah. And
it's to kind of, I can understand, having played lots of city builder games, that you want to kind of incentivize people to not go to hospital.
Yeah.
Because the more healthier people are, the better your medical system is and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand your point about if it's, you can understand you're putting yourself at risk, so it should be your decision about whether you want to do it.
Yeah,
is what you're saying. In that. They're not going to restrict your rights because you won't protect yourself.
Right.
You go, no, you do whatever you want and accept that. There may be trickle down effects, but you go, but you can't really plan for those.
Yeah.
Well, I might get run over next week, or what if I get it and it's fine. You go,
and there've been a select few people that have gotten like bad reactions from the vaccine anyway. So it's like, and it doesn't make up that gap.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm not being one of these people that's like, the vaccine's unsafe, it's going to kill everybody and turn us all into zombies or anything. But like. There's still some people that have gone into hospital multiple times because of the effect of the vaccine, let alone the illness.
Yeah, and then again, you can't really control for that. It's like
no, exactly. You can't plan for it.
Yeah, and some people will have negative reactions and
yeah.
Blood clots, I think, was a thing with one of them or something. The Johnson & Johnson one.
Yeah.
No more tears, but lots more clots.
Yeah.
Save up all your tears to form a massive clot that gives you a stroke.
Yeah, I think they stopped that one now, haven't they?
I don't know.
They never had it over here.
Yeah. Did you ever have Johnson's No More Tears shampoo? I was blown away when I first
I was a bit
had that.
too old by that point.
I did it well into my mid-20s.
Does it work?
Well, yeah, it just doesn't hurt. It's weird. But I had
what
Calpol.
do they put in it, though?
I don't know. They probably just don't put acid
Calpol
in
is
it.
just paracetamol and sugar.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But I was having that up until... that and like lemonade are like my placebo effect drugs.
Yeah.
So I was having those like quite old, and I was like, this is still fine. I mean, it works. Why mess with it?
But like they do those they're not makeshift cough medicines. I guess they are actual cough medicines, but it's just like a lemon syrup, and it's just sugar and honey and stuff. There's no actual medicine in it. It's just like a throat coat.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Well, I always liked the stuff that kind of punished you a bit. Like, I like Benylin. I feel like it's doing something. And, like, if I'm going for a mouthwash as well, I like Listerine. I like the fact that it burns the fuck out of me. I feel like it's doing something.
You ever gargle bleach?
No.
That's what we did in our house growing up. Or TCP.
Oh, TCP. Yeah.
But
It's not quite as unsafe.
But it's an antiseptic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, just gargle that if you've got a sore throat. I was so pissed because it never worked for me. But, like, it worked for certain members of my family. So they're always like, just do it. I was like, I did it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And I still feel terrible. And then, like, years on down the line, I heard of you can gargle salt water. And I did that, and it was instantly cured.
Oh, right.
It was like, wow. Years of academy training wasted. It's salt instead of antiseptic.
Yeah, salt is an antiseptic, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not as nasal as
TCP. It's not as chemically. Yeah.
It's one of the things that just never worked for me. And you go, it's just antibacterial. It should be able to kill bacteria in your throat. But for some reason, salt just worked first time. It's like, life can be simpler.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So didn't get the writing done because of all that. Had the jab.
And yeah, you didn't feel that. I had a bad reaction to it, but
I can't. That's the thing. I can't tell. Like Vic's had hers today, and she's not feeling great.
Yeah.
But like I say, I had a heavy cold at the time, so I just can't tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't it? Well, it was kind of a bit science.
Oh,
Old school.
It does feel old school, but it's not old school.
Not
it's
really.
just that we haven't been able to do them for ages.
Yeah, for like a year, over a year, I think. So yeah, that was a bit of science for us. Why not? So yeah, you've been a bit under. We need to reschedule writing stuff because we gave ourselves a deadline of when to record, and then I think both of us have kind of just not done much.
Yeah,
and the days are going to get closer, but there's still stuff that would be good to do.
Yeah, it's soon. I think we've still got time to write.
Yeah. I think it's just, the thing, we wanted to check in once a week to have like a little writing session so we can chat about stuff, just to keep things on track for something's going to be written when we sit down to record. Yeah. Just to make it easier and to kind of get into that routine. But yeah, I think there's still stuff we can do. It's just trying to, we brainstormed a whole bunch of ideas, and I think as the date's getting closer, we're just going to have to narrow it down to be like, let's focus on things we can record in one space. Yeah. You know? So yeah, we'll do a little bit more of that. But yeah, I'm still confident we can do some interesting shit. And that'd be good. Anything else you've been up to this week?
No. Having trouble sleeping again.
Nice. Is that like you're not getting much sleep, you're waking up because you feel, or you're waking up very early and not being able to go back to sleep.
Yeah, waking up at like 2:30, 3:30, and then being awake for like 2-3 hours, and then getting another sort of hour and a half-ish, and then getting up to do the day. And like it's I'll go to bed and I'll feel more and more knackered every day and be like, okay, so I'm really tired now, this'll do it, and then it just happens again. So it's frustrating because I'm not waking up thinking about anything. I'm not waking, like, there's no obvious anxiety that I can feel. I can think of things that might be making me anxious. Like there's the normal stuff, some work, some money, some like just standard shit, but like nothing that I can actually feel plaguing me during the day. Yeah.
Diet could be a weird one. Like
exercise fixed it for a while. Yeah. And this is the first week where it's like I've been working out, but it hasn't done it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it'll go back. It always goes back. It's just don't understand.
Yeah. It's about. There was one thing I heard ages ago, and that was if you're struggling to sleep, just don't go to sleep. Just wake up and do something, and wait for your body to now you're tired again. Yeah. Fucks things up schedule wise. was listening to Jocko Willink's whole wake up at 4:30 a.m. thing, which was, I listened to it properly this time, as before I just heard people talk about it, and he's like, don't wake up at 4:30, just pick a time to wake up and wake up. Yeah. And the reason it's good to, I like waking up at 4:30 is because I don't have any responsibilities until 7, where he talks to his kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be 4:30. It's just got to be a time where you can achieve everything you want to achieve in the day before excuses come in, like, oh, now the wife's awake, or now I'm gonna go do this.
But that's generally how I've been doing it for a while. Like I'm in bed at 10, I read, I'm asleep at 11, wake up at 6:30. This is about, so try for 7.5 hours a night, and that works for me. But sometimes I'll wake up at 2:30, and I won't be back at sleep until like 4:30. In the meantime, I've still got to be somewhere at 8:00, so it's not like I can just cram those extra hours in.
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess it's a mental thinking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I just stupid things, like I wake up with a song stuck in my head or something. It's like not a particularly good one either. Just a
jukebox. It's just like, oh, I remember We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister.
Yeah,
it's good. Thanks for waking me up for this. Fair enough.
Yeah, but if I'm not asleep within 10 minutes, I know I'm going to be awake for at least 2 hours.
Do you have white noise?
No.
Someone told me, on an app I was chatting to someone. They said they always sleep with a fan on just for the white noise, even if it's cold.
Right.
I was like, oh, that might work, because some people, fall asleep with the telly on or YouTube or something like that, just to have the noise, I guess. But yeah, fan, feel like that could be work. You can get brown noise, just vacuum cleaning.
Is that brown noise?
Brown noise, yeah.
Vic still does the falling asleep to TV thing, which because she just watches stuff on her iPad. But I never wanted to get to a point where I couldn't do something that should be natural, and I have to do it in an unnatural way. Mm-hmm. For that same reason, I don't want to be taking like sleeping medication and anything like that. Like I don't. It sounds stupid, but I don't want to be stuck like in a situation where like I've got to go into the woods and I can't sleep.
I don't have my whale song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you're struggling to sleep, a sleep aid every now and then can be good. People say hot milk is meant to be a thing. Never got that. But I guess like hot soup and stuff makes you drowsy. I've noticed that.
Maybe.
If you eat a certain food.
I don't know.
Might start cooking properly again. It's my...
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. We'll see.
As opposed to...
As opposed to just kind of eating packs of ham. I might sit down and properly start like cooking. Now that I've got free time.
Now that I've got something to live for.
Well, we can't go that far. But now that I've got like free time and I'm trying to schedule, like plan stuff a bit more, be like, oh, I can actually like cook a big batch of food and stuff like that. And because I enjoy cooking, it's just been too busy doing nothing. So I need to just quickly grab as much pre-cooked chicken as I can or whatever. Yeah. So now I can actually go through and cook some stuff. But it's always like, that could be quite fun. But then that's more organisation. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've never really cooked a chili, and always thought, it'd be good to have a chili recipe.
You made chili?
Not on my own. I've made it with people, but never like made it my own. So I haven't got my own chili recipe. I've got my own shepherd's pie recipe, which is just shepherd's pie without potato.
Bolognese? No,
it's
not bolognese, is it?
It's just shepherd's pie without potato, mate.
Yeah,
It's
still carrots and peas and
parsnips.
That works.
Slip it in.
That works.
Slip it in
I've
there.
seen people put mushrooms in and stuff.
No. I like mushrooms.
I've started eating mushrooms now.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you had a mushroom burger yet?
Come on, mate.
They're actually good.
One step at a time.
Good's a weird word.
Yeah,
better than you think.
It's one of those things where it's like I'm happy to have them in things now, but I'm not necessarily going to go hunting for them.
No.
Like I'm not going to go to like the mushroom restaurant and be like, give me everything you have
on a breakfast.
I haven't had a fry up since I've been eating them, so I don't know.
That's how I started eating them. It was just
with like a fried breakfast.
I went to visit family and they cooked me, and I was like a student, so I was like, I'm just hungry. So I'm just,
it's fine. That's one of the everlasting images that actually put me off them. Was a few years ago we stayed in a hotel and we went downstairs for breakfast in the morning, and it's like one of those buffet things. You just go from place to place and load a plate up. And I sat down with Vix, and I looked to my right, and there was a guy with 6 kids. The 6 kids were all eating bacon. I was like, okay, well, I can... Fine. And I looked at him, and he had one plate with just mushrooms and a pile of them, and just like shoveling them like cereal with a spoon. I was just, and it was, and just imagining at the time when I was just like, I can't deal with those things. Like, just imagining like just the feel of that is just like fucking like it's just to eat one thing of something that you hate is like, okay, that's fine. I've done that now. That's fine. But to just mouthful after mouthful, just like Homer in Hell with the donuts, except it's mushrooms and you hate them. Like that it put me off them for even longer. But
because I was a fussy eater as a child to the point of trauma.
That's what's driven me to the point of having them, is that I've never considered myself a fussy eater. Like I'll eat pretty much anything. I'll try anything. Yeah. You get those stupid lists that come up and be like, how many of these wouldn't you eat? None of them. I'd eat all of them. And I don't actually know many people who wouldn't.
Well, you get to a point as an independent adult where you just go like, all you're saying by being a fussy eater is it's not absolutely perfect, delicious the one time you tried it.
Yeah.
And like, there's a lot. The food's a weird one, especially in like social situations. Like,
it's a very social thing.
Pressurizing you to do stuff.
Food is a massive kind of like tribal motivator. It's a driver. It's like it's one of the main tenets of like big heavy religions is changing what kind of food that you eat. Because it's a great way, apparently, in some way, it's a great way to control people and to get people to kind of swear allegiance to you. Because they all suddenly feel part of this, we're all going through this same suffering together. Oh, you can't eat crab either. Oh, I miss crab. Like, they're all going
we're
through
friends.
All going through that same thing.
Yeah, no, I came from, I've got a lot of Irish in my family, and they grew up with lots of very big portions of food. And so like when my mum cooks, she cooks a lot. And there was a thing, this is a small example of why I was a fussy eater, was when they would order a Chinese, they would order 2 dishes each when I was like 14. So like you would have an adult size chow mein and an adult size rice. And then I would have to finish it all. Like the belief was, no, you're going to eat all that because you need to grow. And we've paid for this. And, you know, starving children in Africa, that kind of shit. So I was just like an overwhelmingly ridiculous amount of food.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm tall. It was like you had to eat it. And then it was like the weird psychology of it. It's like, oh my God, what if I order something and I don't like it? I'm going to have to force feed myself an adult sized portion of something that I don't like. So then I start ordering the blandest shit ever.
Just eat
just be like, I know that I can consume this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then when I went to uni and I was poor, I was just, you get to that point where you just go like, it's just, the egg example I give on loads of episodes is just like, I decided I didn't like eggs when I was 7. And I was sat when I was like 20 and I was like, maybe I do like eggs, and maybe 7-year-old me didn't really understand eggs. You know what I mean? And then like you change, and maybe you had a specific type of egg you didn't like served in a certain way with a certain seasoning. There's so many different ways you can prepare food. It's just like, try it, just eat it. You can eat anything in any restaurant is edible. So if you eat it, you go like, I can eat this. This is fine. It may not be exactly what you wanted, and that's definitely a thing. But like, you go like, no, you can eat anything. So if you're feeling up for it, just try. Whenever I go to like a restaurant that I like, or especially like Indian restaurants, I'll be like, that's whatever. I'll eat anything. Just what sounds good today, whatever it is. I've never had it before. Okay, I'll just have it. Fine.
Yeah.
And it kind of opens you up. So yeah, I think everyone goes through, any fussy eater hopefully goes through that phase where they realize that you don't need to take it as seriously as all that. You can just eat it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, mushrooms were a thing for me as well, because it was just like, oh, that's different to hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs. No, I eat mushrooms. Now mushrooms are great.
Yeah.
Onions as well. I'm a big onion fan. I've met someone I'd matched with someone on a dating profile. Again, I'm not dating. It's just boredom. But like, I can't stand onions. I'd be like, well, no. I can't live a life without onions.
I really like onions, but they're almost like a rare treat for me now because Vix can't eat them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in everything.
This is true.
They're in all sauces and all everything. Yeah. Like they're just in everything. So when she's away for the night, like everything I eat has got onion.
Loads of onion.
Just everywhere. Like you can't come near me the next day.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but my granddad used to eat onions like an apple.
I remember you doing that, and you had a goblet of it in the fridge, and you just grab a fistful and just
just onions, mate. But you used to do it with used to have a big bite of an onion and then a big bite of cheese. So you just sat there watching the horse racing. It was like,
I am the sandwich
legend. Fuck you, Subway, whatever the fuck. Anyway, onions aside and then fussy eating. Eat food. It's good. Carry on. So Random Act of Kindness did that. The children buried there. Some news. KTVO-TV has reported that 76-year-old Jane Heisey died at about 8 a.m. Thursday on a farm near the Sullivan County town of Harris. Sullivan County Coroner Bob Wyant said Heisey and her husband Glenn were in a lot near their house trying to put an ear tag on a newborn calf. The mother cow then knocked Heisey to the ground and stamped on her head. Oh. By a cow.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Yeah.
We've spoken about how animal combat. Could we fare in a fight? I think we could defeat a cow. It'd be a weird fight, but I think we get it. And we never considered they could just stamp on your head.
Yeah.
Again, I need to revisit what cows' legs look like because they're still just hands for me.
All right.
But getting knocked down and not getting straight back up, that's rough. She probably thought, it's only a gentle nudge from the cow. And the cow just gunk.
Oh.
And didn't need to destroy the head, but just the pressure, the fracture, the pressure on someone's head from a massive cow.
Yeah, I mean, those things, they literally weigh a ton, don't they? They're huge.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just having all that weight just shoved on your head.
Yeah.
And they must have felt like maybe the cow didn't mean it. Maybe the cow meant to nudge and didn't mean to step on her. But you kind of think maybe it did.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's maternal stuff, right?
Yeah, it's protected. But I can understand why they would nudge her
that
away.
out of them.
Yeah, so I can understand the nudge, get out of the way, get away from my calf. But the stamping her head out like a cigarette butt.
Pretty vicious.
From a cow.
Yeah. And you're meant to be a vegetarian.
You're meant to be quite placid, mate.
Yeah.
I know they've eaten ducks and shit, but they're killing an elderly woman. It's 76-year-old.
Oh. It's Christ. And what if you're... You ever see those movies where there's someone in a car with someone or something like that, and they're driving and the other person just shoots themselves in the head or something.
Right, yeah.
And they're just suddenly left with this aftermath.
Yeah, yeah.
And not sure what to do. And I'm assuming she wasn't alone.
She's with her husband.
She was with her husband. So the husband was like, yeah, could you just
oopsie daisy. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Good daisy. Good daisy.
They're just tagging a calf. I don't think it says, but I think they were farmers.
Yeah.
They were in a lot near their house just trying to ear tag. So I think that's you just put a piercing, an earring on a calf that says it belongs to this property.
I had cows and a wife, and now I just have cows.
I only have cows.
Within minutes. Within seconds.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about all these horrific events is they're so quick that you can't comprehend and you can't deal. I mean, they did call an ambulance, to be fair. She was pronounced dead at the scene. So they did have the paramedics came in and had a look and were like, I don't know what you want us to do. There's a hoof in her head. Or whatever. But just your whole life turns around in something so quick.
I mean, and to have to see that as well.
Or hear it.
Yeah.
Just hearing your wife's skull collapse because of a cow. It's you think you have trouble sleeping. Think about Glenn. I feel bad for you, mate. But it's a definite tragedy. Not making light of it, but... No. I never thought they were that well trained in the martial arts of cows.
Well, I suppose you'd have to think that they.
I mean, can they do a flying kick?
Could
do,
yeah,
like a flying knee.
Yeah, like Muay Thai cow.
Yeah,
but they'd have to. You'd assume that bulls and whatnot are used to fending off pests. They kick crap out of a fox or a badger or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels like it was an accident.
You.
It does feel like it was the step on something. It feels like an accident, but it might not have been. It might have been murderous intent.
Malicious, yeah.
I don't think cows can see their feet. Probably not. I mean, they probably have a sense of where they're going to tread.
Yeah.
But they don't be like, fucking splatter this
people
woman.
have got, it's the same as, it's a sense, isn't it? And I can't remember what it's called.
Spatial awareness.
Yeah, but your ability to, without looking, to know where exactly your limb is.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually a sense. I can't remember what it's called, but I guess all animals must have that in some
Yeah,
respect.
they've got some element. They can just figure out where it is. But yeah, it just feels a bit malicious, a bit mean for a cow. But yeah, kind of when we were talking we were talking last week about a cow that escaped and had to be killed by a van.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Escaped. Didn't have to be killed by a van.
Yeah, didn't. Yeah, but the thing is, we were like, oh, it doesn't pose any threat. But it's like, if someone fell over, the cow could have just killed everybody.
Just stay away from it.
Floor. Oh yeah, for sure. And like, this was a territorial, protecting a calf cow, so they're going to be a bit more aggressive, but a bit vindictive. That cow. I mean, do you kill that cow?
Oh yeah.
I think you've got to put that cow down.
Well, the thing is, if it's going to die,
it's no longer a
eventually
joint income relationship.
Yeah.
So he can't just put down his product if it's his cow.
Yeah, and then what do? Do you raise its kid knowing that its mother was a murderer?
It's like an old kung fu film where you're like, I killed your mother. Or so when you grow up and you're old enough, come find me for vengeance.
Yeah.
Cow just goes to
Glenn's
children's
training.
house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then they rolled over and rolled on people.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking proper Mortal Kombat. Fucking hell.
Yeah. There's something more vicious about stamping on someone's head. Like fucking American History X, but with beef.
Yeah, just but with it being vegan friendly, I guess.
Yeah.
Cows. Anyway. So yeah, don't piss off a mother cow. She'll stamp on you to death. I can't remember the context why I found this funny, but I guess it's more of a, just because things are slowly getting back to normal doesn't mean that everything's back to normal. You've still got to be a responsible person, right? The US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has urged people to refrain from kissing live poultry due to an outbreak of salmonella.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't kiss. I mean, I get the instinct. I don't own chickens, but I kiss my dog. And if someone suddenly said, "Stop kissing your dog because you're killing everybody," that probably would be a bit weird. Yeah. But it's like with everybody going from like don't go outside, all these restrictions of like stay 2 meters apart from people. Now that they're being lifted, the CDC's like, yeah, but don't snog chickens. Like, stop doing that.
Kiss people. I can't kiss my chickens. What can I do?
Yeah.
What about my rights?
Yeah, I want to paint chicken love, please. The CDC and public health officials are investigating salmonella outbreaks after 163 people were reported ill in 43 states. So there's like it's on the rise. More people are getting salmonella. They suspect from touching and tonguing or kissing these chickens.
Making out with chickens.
Yeah, but I get it.
How
Like,
do you kiss a chicken?
Just kiss it on the neck. Same way you'd kiss a dog.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like the feathers.
I got you. Not like
a nuzzle.
Yeah, I was going to say they haven't got lips, but that'd be weird.
It wouldn't be like Cruel Intentions.
A chicken with lips.
Yeah. Yeah, it would just be like, just a nuzzle. Just a friendly or a cuddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People, I can understand people doing these with animals.
I've seen pictures of people like hugging friendly roosters and stuff.
Friendly roosters, not like with a history of
bound
murder.
up to, stamping on people.
People have hugged cows, I'm sure.
Yeah.
People yeah.
I've seen like plenty of pictures of like friendly cows falling asleep on people.
Friendly. Just part of the herd, didn't you?
Yeah.
The infections have been linked to contact with backyard poultry.
Specifically from your garden.
Yeah, so I think it means like people owning their own chickens, which is a common thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think when it said backyard, I thought maybe like, gambling chickens or, what was that rolling dice game? Craps turkeys, cockfighting turkeys.
Yeah.
Chickens or whatever. Don't kiss or snuggle the birds, as this can spread germs to your mouth and make you sick, the health agency said. It warned that poultry like chickens and ducks, stop kissing ducks, can carry salmonella germs even if they look healthy and clean, and they can spread easily in areas where they live and roam. You can get fever, diarrhea, stomach pain and vomit. You were ill over the weekend. You been snogging a duck?
No.
I thought it would be funny to grab a duck. That was on my plans when I went to uni.
Oh, to
grab a duck and put it in your room.
It would be. I mean, like, yeah, it's an extra element of chaos on the duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. An extra element of chaos.
Ducks
Yeah.
are just funny.
I mean, on the whole, you can get some pretty friendly ducks. I had geese. They were decent.
If you had like home protection goose.
If you can't get a guard dog, get some geese. They're banging, like, because they're so aggressive.
Yeah.
And they're territorial, and like big wings, big scary things. If you don't know how to deal with them, it's one of those. There is an element of chaos to dealing with a goose because it's got a neck that you can't break and a wingspan that's like 5 feet, and it's just like.
Maybe I won't rob this place.
Yeah, and if there's like 3 of them, and they make so much noise, they're so fucking loud. Like, we'd let them out in the morning, and like I'd have to run halfway down the field and close my ears, and like just the decibels coming out of them is just it's so loud.
Yeah, feels like a very British thing.
Oh, having geese,
protection geese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd say it goes dogs, donkeys, geese, because donkeys are vicious as fuck as well.
Yeah, but you can't like.
You ever seen a donkey kill a fox?
No.
Fucked up.
I've seen a cow kill a woman. No, but you can't like keep a donkey in your kitchen and then let it out as easily. You know what I mean? It's like a dog or a goose or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it just feels like an English thing because it feels like. It's enough protection because you just need noise. And America just feel like they'll just shoot the donkey or shoot
they've got
goose.
Guns over there.
You see, there's a weird thing. I haven't looked into it that much, but they're now in Texas allowing people without background checks and without license or training to have a gun hidden on them.
I saw that as a headline. I didn't look into it because I assumed it was just like, oh, there's someone with a motive has written that and I can't be bothered.
Yeah, potentially. But it feels like a very Texas thing to do.
Yeah.
From the stereotypes of Texas, just freedom. To have a gun on you. Yeah. Just do whatever you want with it. But it feels like it does feel like they should go the other way, and maybe they are, and it is a biased article, right? Of like, why don't you just train everybody to use a gun?
Yeah.
It feels like
well, that's what it was for, wasn't it? It was for people to be able to form militias in case the government revolts or something.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Yeah. But it does feel it's quite unrelatable because it's quite strange for me. But if that's the purpose for it, and the problem is the wrong people having guns, train people how to use them. Does have more schemes like that to do that? So maybe that was part of the thing, like get a gun and get a free lesson.
Yeah,
who knows? And then you'll be able to fight off a home protection donkey. CDC, stop cuddling your geese as well as ducks, I guess.
Okay.
And chicken.
Cool.
According to the CDC, 1/3 of the people reported ill in the recent outbreaks have been under the age of 5. 1/3 of those people, so what that was like 160, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 160 people. So what? That's like 60, 70 kids getting ill from being nice to a chicken. Now the world's like, stop it. You're fucking killing everybody.
Yeah.
Under 5.
Wear a mask.
Just wanted to touch the chicken.
Putting masks on the chickens. There you go.
Yeah, but like you can't. Yeah, again, there's another thing you can't really budget for is kids are going to fuck everything up. And if it's kids doing it, just be like, look, try not to, but we understand if you can't.
Yeah.
You can't control the child that much.
Yeah. And hey, there's so many of us.
Yeah. Hey, if the kids die, it's not me.
It's fine.
Go for it. Have fun with it.
They've got to learn.
Don't kiss or snuggle the birds. Yeah. Some 34 people have been taken to hospital since mid-February, but no one has died. So people are very sick, which is still a serious issue. But when it comes to 1/3 of them are kids, I don't know what you're going to do. Release the home protection donkey. Hey kids, this is what it feels like to get salmonella. Get kicked in the face.
You can hug me.
I've only met one horse, really.
Yeah.
And it bit me.
Yeah, I just don't trust horses.
No, I did
People
the whole
have this,
putting it on your hand and they just went under it. Oh, fuck you, horse. Never
People have this thing of like, I don't know what it is. It's stereotypically female, isn't it? To be like, oh, what a pony. Like that's it's a little girl thing. And I just don't get it. I don't look at a horse and be like, oh, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's huge. But then maybe I do from like an elephant.
Like a Komodo dragon.
But then with an elephant, I feel like I'm just not like, it's
legend.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about small things where people go, oh, I don't get it. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
This will be cool. It'll be fine. Yeah. But I guess is that, Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what it is. There's obviously like a physical side to it that people always go on about women in horses and motorbikes and stuff like that. Apparently, horse riding is a very sensual experience for women at times. But you go, there's got to be an interest in that before that.
Well, it used to be a very masculine thing.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I guess it's the romance of a horse. I guess, like, what's the difference between, I mean, there's a whole thing about being fascinated with princesses and princes as a child. And I think horses slot in there really easily, don't they? Probably. It's all to do with the royal family.
Ah, right.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Horses. Don't hug them, especially ducks. In other news, it's been a while since I've read these. Police in Catalonia are investigating the death of a man who is thought to have become trapped inside a dinosaur statue.
Oh, I saw this one. Yeah.
Apparently, he was trying to retrieve his mobile phone. Oh, I've dropped my phone in the dinosaur statue. I think it was a Stegosaurus.
It was a paper mache Stegosaurus.
How do you drop your phone in a dinosaur?
Yeah. Well, like it's like as though you're fishing and it's just fallen out of the boat or something.
It's an old, decrepit. Maybe there's a hole in it, but you would have had to like drop it from a height, and it falls, or maybe it broke through. Like he dropped it and it broke through because it's paper mache, right?
Yeah.
So it could break through, but then he'd have to break through.
But that's the thing, is that I don't understand how he didn't. Because they said we assume he went down through the mouth, like. And then he got lodged inside the leg, upside down.
Yeah, he went face first and was just trapped.
So I guess like all the blood went to his head or something. He just passed out. Yeah, and that's a possibility.
Yeah,
but like,
'cause it feels like you could punch your way out of a papier-mâché. Maybe it's got like a wire mesh,
yeah,
like a float kind of thing.
Yeah, but then can nobody hear you?
Yeah, well, people just thought it was the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Kids guy says he's trapped, wants to live. All right, fair enough. But yeah, so it was a paper mache dinosaur. Officers were called to the statue in Santa Coloma de Gramenet in Barcelona. So I probably used the wrong accent for that. A satellite town of Barcelona, after a man and his son noticed something inside the Stegosaurus. So what that means is he had like fell and just the outline of a man trapped in a leg. It's just like this outline of this guy. Just dead. Reaching for his phone or something.
like what's that Mr. Bean thing where like the guy, he's painting the apartment with a firework and there's an outline of a guy reaching for his hat.
It's just a guy who wanted his phone back. But yeah, I mean, however his phone fell into it, just don't go in through the mouth, or go in from below, or call, you couldn't call somebody, I guess. Just get somebody to help. My phone's in that dinosaur.
Yeah.
I dropped my my bandana came off during Nemesis Inferno.
Right.
And I was bummed out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I like that bandana. This is when I had blonde highlights and like long hair. And I was like, can I just get it back? The guy on tower was like, no. It's like, yeah, but my bandana. He's like, yeah, but like massive drop from Nemesis.
Oh yeah,
it's just like
where there's like a river.
I was like, yeah, but it's somewhere down there. Like, if you got a litter picker, I'll grab it. He's like, no, it's gone. Deal with it. This was before that they had to cut that woman's legs off.
Now they're a bit more
get the bandana back kind of thing.
Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, they're a bit more sensitive to it. It's like, can I get my leg back, please? No.
But I remember being bummed about that, and I guess you have to go like, no, I understand. And I really wanted it back, and I couldn't find it. And it was like, oh, okay, well, I just have to live with that then.
Yeah.
Just carried on with my day with resentment. I can only imagine if I lost my dad to a dinosaur. Where's Dad? I don't know. Call him. I can hear disgruntled grunts and panic. Oh, it's probably fine.
But I just thought, like, it's a thing. It's like a big thing in the middle of town, and there's kids walking past with their parents and that. And like, it's like a kid like talking to his dad and be like, "Where do kids come? Where do people come from?" And you see a guy getting cut out of a dinosaur leg. Oh, that makes so much sense.
Stegosaurus.
65 million years of evolution.
We're all just legs walking around.
Yeah.
A spokesman for the police force said it's not being treated as a suspicious death. We found the body. Quick, kill him and put him inside this dinosaur. No one will notice.
Yeah.
We found the body of a man inside the leg of this dinosaur statue. It's an accidental death. There was no violence. The person got inside the statue's leg and got trapped. It looks as though he was trying to retrieve a phone, which he dropped. It looks like he entered the statue headfirst and couldn't get out.
Got stuffed in there by a cow after he killed his wife.
Trust me, it's better if you just die. We're still waiting for the autopsy results, so we don't know how long he was in there, but it seems like he was there for a couple of days. So yeah, he must have fallen unconscious.
He'd have passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got in a jam upside down and then, just fell unconscious. Because you could have survived not drinking, inside a statue. It probably gets a bit stuffy. So maybe he would have dehydrated, but yeah. He could have made his way out after a couple of days if he wasn't unconscious. So he must have been unconscious. According to local media, the dead man had been reported missing by his family a few hours before he was discovered. Oh. So the family's like, we haven't seen. I don't think they've named him. I can't remember. But we've missed. Where's Dad? I can't find him anywhere. Oh, okay, well we've reported him missing. Hours later, we found you, Dad. He's dead in a dinosaur. Good news. He's have you seen you fan of Art Attack? He's papier mâché dinosaur to death.
Well, we did get his phone back though, so you haven't lost any photos or anything.
I mean, I know you've got the cloud, but it's nice to have the hardware in front of you as well. Yeah. The body was discovered by authorities after a father and son raised the alarm after seeing the pair noticed a bulge inside the figure, which had been used to promote an old cinema. Good old Stegosaurus in cinema.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That is an old-ass cinema.
Yeah, now they can don't use mobile phones inside during the film.
Yeah.
Just look at this guy. Stegosaurus. In other news, this is the writing of the article. A stupid woman who was caught on video jumping over a barrier to feed hot Cheetos to spider monkeys is now facing possible criminal charges. Don't. I mean, I don't think you should fight a spider monkey, but maybe not give it hot Cheetos.
Yeah, don't tag baby cows. Don't hug a chicken.
Yeah, don't go headfirst into a Stegosaurus.
Don't give hot Cheetos to the spider monkeys.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I've been tempted when going to like zoos to get in, but not really.
For me, it's always been one of those things, the same feeling you get when you're standing sort of near a cliff edge and you imagine jumping.
I wonder if I could go hug that cow. Guess not.
Yeah.
But what I thought was funny about that is she got fired from her job at a legal company.
For giving crisps to a monkey?
Or for breaking into she went into an enclosure.
You can't be a lawyer and break the law. Really?
Or mistreat animals, I guess, is how they've seen it.
Not mistreating them.
Well, like, I mean, if you go in and... I guess it's different for, like...
fuck the monkey.
Well, it's different for killer whales, I guess, right? Because they're used to people swimming with them.
Yeah.
But, like, spider monkeys aren't necessarily used to random people coming up for a selfie. They have no frame of reference. They're like, who's this person?
Yeah.
They're giving me food. I've eaten the food. It's different to what I usually eat. Yeah. And just like, this is just weird. Like, why are you here? They're like, this is our place. We live here. Like they used to handlers.
I imagine handlers go in there.
Yeah, and it does say that they need to spend years gaining trust and getting the animals used to people coming in to do domestic stuff, cleaning and feeding and stuff. So for random people to come in through an entrance they're not used to as well. Yeah,
I think there have been instances where people have completely changed the behaviour of an animal for like a long time because they've broken into their cages.
Oh, Harambe. That kid that got dropped in there, he's got a very horizontal lifestyle now.
I heard a lot about that, but I don't know anything about it.
It's pretty harsh.
Oh, right.
But like, a child ended up in a gorilla enclosure.
Right.
The gorilla was playing with the child.
Right.
Not in a threatening manner, but was like, everyone was like,
Oh, God.
Only 7%
go.
of men and 8% of women think they can defeat a gorilla. So what chance has little Timmy got?
And his dad is not one of them.
Yeah. So it was a young child of like, I think it was like 4 or something like that. And the gorilla was being protective of him, but they had to shoot the gorilla.
Just trank him.
Well, what if it freaks out and cow stamps on this child?
Yeah,
like,
because there's still a number of seconds or whatever before it goes down.
Yeah, it might freak out. It might do whatever. So it was like, no, we just have to kill this gorilla. Which I understand. It's rough, but I understand. You have to go, if it's a choice between the gorilla or the child, we have to choose the child.
Yeah.
But it's just a rough situation because you go, well, the kid shouldn't have been in there. You know, the gorilla wasn't being aggressive towards the child. Yeah. But you have to accept that maybe it will. So
were you? Can you envision a scenario in which you can 100% safely get the child back?
Yeah.
Without
and like 100% safely, like not like there's a 10% chance of failure. You're like, no, kill it.
Yeah.
Harsh, but yeah. Since the footage went viral, she's been identified by the Texas law firm where she used to work as a paralegal before getting fired after the video surfaced. The zoo director said she was attempting to feed them hot Cheetos, but it is still unclear if they actually ate any. From the video, they were more disturbed from her being there than concerned with the food, he said of the monkeys. Now, I like that hot Cheetos is being highlighted here, because hot Cheetos got a lot of stereotypes about like stoner, lazy behaviour.
Yeah.
So I think they were worried that the spider monkeys are going to take on a very relaxed view of life.
Lackadaisical and suddenly like they won't drink the water anymore. They want Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and they're like they just want to get high all day, so they're going around. I can't remember what monkeys do. Oh, it's dolphins that eat jellyfish to get high, isn't it? Monkeys, maybe.
Do they?
Something like that. They fuck about with the jellyfish or some kind of animal to get high.
Yeah.
So maybe the monkeys is gonna have a very lazy Bill and Ted type existence.
Yeah.
But yeah, hot Cheetos were the big thing. The young lady decided to hop a fence, climb through some bushes, drop down into a 4-foot moat, walk across the moat, and then try and feed the spider monkeys. In addition to putting herself at risk, Ray also endangered the monkeys by changing their diet and potentially exposing them to COVID-19. That's what I mean by changing their diet. Oh no, now they only want Cheetos, and now Pringles, and now Netflix. Yeah, slowly evolving them into the worst version of ourselves.
Yeah.
Mason Kleist, a zookeeper at the place, additionally expressed frustration about how the actions in the video could affect the training it takes to get the monkeys to cooperate with zoo staff. Yeah, it takes years to build trust. And for someone to come in here for 5 minutes for a video on Instagram or whatever just ruins years of work. So it makes sense. Don't do it. But it does feel weird that she got fired. Because it's so separate. You'd be like, well, if you go out on the piss one night and you get wasted and you a bit abuse, you're aggressive and whatever, like a bad drunk, and you wake up and you're fired because someone saw it on Instagram. You'd be like, but that was different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels weird. Definitely be punished for it. But yeah, the law firm just didn't want to be associated with it at all.
No.
But yeah, I guess a law firm kind of
They've got a reputation and all that. I mean, they're perfectly within their right.
Yeah.
It just
seems odd.
Yeah.
And lastly from me, the husband of a Connecticut woman whose body was found in East Hartford said they'd been arguing for days before their fight turned physical and she died during the altercation.
Okay.
The suspect told police he and his wife began arguing on May 8th over guinea pigs that he got her as a gift. And it just escalated from there.
The chaos.
According to a South Windsor police arrest affidavit that was made public on Monday, that disagreement carried into May 9th before he reached a breaking point on May 10th. And they got into a physical confrontation, the court document said. Hutchinson said Edwards hit him in the head, that's his wife, with a laptop, and she grabbed a kitchen knife before they wrestled over the blade. He eventually pinned her to the ground, kneeling on her back and neck. At one point, she stopped struggling before he got up to take care of their 7-month-old son. So he's claiming he didn't know she was dead. Like, yeah, they were wrestling over a knife and she smashed him in the head with a laptop and he got her in like a judo hold or something with his knee on her back. But then he went to go deal with his kid
Right.
Came back, she was still there.
Oh, still dead. Such a drama queen.
This is his story. He got up to care for their 7-month-old son and returned to his wife, who still wasn't moving. That's what he told police. Then he realised she was no longer alive. So he left her on the floor for the day and tended to his son throughout the day and evening, while her family was calling him, trying to find her. Oh. He stated that later that night, he backed his Jeep up to his door, put her body in the rear of it, and left when the family came over. I didn't know she was dead. I mean, hid the body, sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's either that or get rid of the guinea pigs.
I'm not letting her win.
Just accident. And again, I totally get how you can accidentally kill someone because people are, you know, in the heat of the moment and stuff.
Fragile, really.
People aren't cow-proof, so I doubt they're husband-proof or wife-proof or anything like that. So these things happen.
Need-proof.
But you just gotta, figure out. There's got to be a point where you go, all right, I fucked up. Let's try and rescue the situation. And he wasn't doing that when he put the body in the boot of his Jeep.
No.
Edward's sister told police she arrived at their home that night and allegedly spotted the suspect quickly closing the rear hatch of his Jeep. Oh, hi, Susan. How's it going? Have you seen the guinea pigs? Lovely. She loves the guiney pigs. Or she used. Well, no, she still does.
Yeah. Oh, she's so tired. She's so tired. She just can't.
Just killed his wife.
Just the silhouette of her, like, just fucking bent over backwards in the back of the car. She's like, look, it's so tired.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, domestic arguments are going to be weird most of the time anyway. I mean, I don't want anyone to buy me a guinea pig, you know.
I'm going to kill somebody over it, though.
Well, 3 days of them being like, how great is this gift I got you? I might smash their head in with a laptop. Shut up about the guinea pigs. I don't like them.
It's not even that great. You bought them for you.
Yeah. I need a new laptop. Look how bad my laptop is. Smash. And I need a new knife. Oh, dead. Hutchison drove away and eventually came to the East Hartford Police Department to report his wife was missing. Where'd she go? But investigators believe there was about a 28-minute gap before he left home and arrived at the department. So he dumped her in the woods. I think he gave information as to where she might be, and they found her. But he was just trying to be like, he reported her missing. He didn't report himself as killing her.
Yeah.
Which he obviously knows that he did.
Yeah.
But, whoops.
Would you try and hide it? Or would you just be like, nah, it's less stressful for me to just go to prison?
I think I would put my hands up and be like, I fucked up. But if it was somebody else, like if I was, say you murdered somebody and I was at the scene of the crime, I might be a bit more inclined, if you're up for it, to try and cover it up, I guess. But yeah, if it was me, I'd just be like, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So might as well.
I fucking hate guinea pigs. I just...
Well, it's like, I mean, it's a bit intense. I mean, at that point you go, well, maybe he didn't mean to kill her. They were wrestling over a blade as well.
Yeah. Like,
your life is over as a person. Like, I can't imagine you being the same person after you've killed your wife.
No.
Even if it was an innocent, accident. Like, your life is over, but at least you have, like, a legal, this is... Well, again, maybe this is all what he's claiming. Maybe they didn't...
You're going to go to prison. You're going to get out at some point, maybe. On good behaviour. In the meantime, get some reading in, get ripped.
Well, it would be quite funny to get away with it, though. Do you know what I mean? Because I've had that before. I was helping a friend move, and we were on like the M1, and it was like standstill traffic, and in the middle of nowhere, and he had to get out to go for a piss. So he got out and had a piss. While he was pissing, traffic started moving, and I was like, I've got everything he owns in my car. And like I could just leave him in the middle of his phone is here. And it's just like I think he would see the funny side.
Yeah.
Like it would be totally great for me to just leave him here. Just maybe find him after a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Just like, I've finally gotten here. He's got a great story to tell.
Yeah.
I can imagine maybe if it was a funny enough story to try and cover up the body in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like we set fire to my mate's tree in his garden once when we were like 16. We tried to get away with it by painting the scorch marks on the grass green. Just being like... and then act like it never happened. It was like a tyre swing. So it was like proper burnt rubber and shit. It's screen now. It's fine, right? Could be funny. But no, I think, it's very... I accept that I'm, we live in this type of society, and if you do it, just put your hand up and be like, yeah, pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I think I admitted guilt to a car accident once, which apparently is illegal.
Yeah, your insurance company's always like, don't tell them.
Yeah,
like, but I'm not.
But apparently more than that. It's like you've signed that you've promised you will, that kind of thing. It's not like advisory. It's like, no, your contract is null and void if you accept responsibility.
I've not hit somebody with the car. I've rolled into the back of people before and just been like, yeah, that's my problem. Just here's my details. I'm like, I'm not going to argue about this shit.
Yeah, it's like, well, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, my premiums might go up. Yeah, but they should go up because I've been in an accident.
It's my fault.
Yeah,
like
nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I think I'd put my hands up. Would you?
What if I kill somebody?
Yeah, if you killed somebody.
I mean, and it's not even like.
Give us a text first, though.
Check the temperature. Yeah.
Just as a sanity check, I've just murdered someone. Should I hand myself in? We'll have a bit of a talk.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It's like, I've always dreamed of this. How did you do it? Just tell me really slowly.
Try and go to prison for your crime. It's for a laugh. I did that. I went on a university open day for something that I wasn't interested in. Like my girlfriend at the time was, and they challenged me, so I pretended to be deaf. So I started like terribly signing. They're like, "Oh, we got somebody signed." I was like, bit of a laugh. Just left. But yeah, went around walking. They're like, "Do you read lips?" I was like, "What's your name?" No idea. Write it down. Wrote down a fake name. They're like, "We can't find it." Could do that with murder, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me this week.
Oh god. All right. I need to start doing Scum again, really. Oh well, I haven't. In the news, a man who went. Oh no, we've done that one. Dinosaur leg.
It was such a good story. Just bulging at us. That's what I want at my funeral, actually.
It's going to be wrapped in paper mache.
No, like they have like a paper mache statue of some kind, but I'm just falling out of it. You can see the outline of like a very uncomfortable me.
I like those funerals where like the guys they just there was one that we covered last year or something of a guy who his friends just like propped him up in a chair and had him playing Nintendo or something at his funeral. And then there was another one where they like the priest wouldn't let him in. Like, and he was on the back instead of being on a hearse. He was propped up in like a weird scenario, like on the back of a truck being driven to the church, and they wouldn't let them bring the body in. And they just had to leave it outside, and it was just kind of like welcoming visitors.
Have your photo taken with your lost loved one.
Yeah. Anyway, Berlin Zoo made an unfortunate discovery recently when they found out that the parents of Hertha, the polar bear cub, are in fact brother and sister.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's awkward family, whatever pigs eat walrus.
Polar bears, they are. Polar bears.
Polar bears are polar bears.
No, the
awkward like family dinner.
Oh, right, over a pig.
When you, where you like figure out like, oh dear.
Yeah. The zoo were very quick to blame the Russians.
Fucking Russians.
From whom they received the paperwork for the incestuous bears in question. Tonya and Volodya were brought to Berlin from Russia in 2013 as part of the European Polar Bear Population Program. Bears now, bisons, bears, just polar bears. I'm pretty sure we never had polar bears.
No, pretty sure the camouflage didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you're a bit more north or south.
Further investigation revealed that Tonya had been mixed up with another female bear born at the same time. Genetic analysis confirmed that she and Volodya were indeed siblings. Tonya has now been banned from reproducing, as her genetic lineage is already heavily represented in the breeding program, while Volodya continues to spread his genetic materials throughout the Netherlands.
Just willy-nilly. Just fair enough.
Yeah. But they said we shouldn't have... They haven't noticed at the minute any kind of like ill effects on the incestuous produced bear in question. but they can't breed from it, really. It's not.
Yeah, in the interest of health, I guess that's always the myth, isn't it? Or the idea is that incest means genes aren't spread properly enough. But to be fair, I can understand, right? They misidentified the baby bear.
Well, polar bears look the fucking same. Like if you go to a hospital,
people struggle to put tags on infant cows.
Well, I always find it miraculous that people don't continuously take the wrong babies home with them.
Well, apparently it's a thing. You're meant to mark it with a marker, aren't you?
Are you?
Yeah, as soon as it's born, just mark it, tattoo it.
Like the mark of Cain, just down its forehead.
Yeah, there's some kind of marking that the parent should put on it.
Yeah.
I know it's a pop culture joke in lots of different TV series, but I've seen it as well as like a thing of you would do. And I think, I've thought about this randomly from time to time, but if ever I was to have a baby with somebody, I would still want to have a parent test. Whatever it's called.
I understand what you mean.
To make sure that it was my offspring.
Yeah.
Even if I fully believe the person, it just feels like a responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
Not that I would treat the child any different. It's just, I just need to know because could it be a hospital mix-up? Could have been, a relationship issue. But it's like, no, it's...
Paternity.
Paternity, there you go.
Test.
Yeah, it feels like that's something that you should do. I mean, I've got lots of... And even on a medical level, right? I've got genetic disorders. I want to know that I should be watching out for this with a child if it is mine.
I always hate those things because it's just like, well, if somebody asks you for one, well, if nobody asks for one, fair enough, it doesn't matter. If somebody asks for one, and you give one of those responses that's just like, you can do it, but if you do it, then we're
that
finished.
means there's an issue with trust.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, well, the child's more important than what you think of me, right? You understand that?
Yeah, yeah. Immediately, I hate that fucking argument. It's like, I just want to fucking know.
Well, it's the same thing with all love contracts.
Because if you have a problem with it, why should you have a problem with it? If I don't know.
Well, it really should be as simple as a test to see if it could potentially suffer from low blood pressure. You go like, by verifying that it has my genetics in it, it's going to be at risk of asthma, for example. So at least I know that knowledge going into it, so we're not misdiagnosing the child in the future. Seems fine. Yeah. Right? And it's the same thing as what they called prenuptial agreements. Prenuptial, yeah. And it's like, that means you don't love me if you think that it's going to... No, it means you love money more than... Yeah. It's completely separate and not
if you're
related.
in it for me, then why does this matter to you?
Yeah. It's just a formality. I mean, it's the same as getting everybody lies on a marriage license, don't they? Like most people like claim to be really Christian and you have to recite Bible verses or something, and it's all part of the charade of having it in a church. Yeah. It's like, so the whole marriage is already built on lies. So why don't just be like, have these tests done? Seems fair enough. Yeah. But I can understand why bears have that issue.
Incestuous polar bears. Yeah. So they can't breed from those anymore, which is I don't feel either way about it. In other news, a man in Clearfield, Utah, has been charged with aggravated arson, claiming that he was having second thoughts about his girlfriend moving in, so he set fire to his house.
Aggravated because he was in a bad mood.
I guess that's just what it's called.
I totally relate to that though, right? You're just like, you're so much like in your own head, like, oh God, now I don't want her to come round. Do I have that conversation or do I just burn the place down? She's not going to like my DVDs anyway. Let's burn them.
When questioned by police, Bergout told them that he knew exactly how the fire started, explaining that he started the fire, according to the charges. He said his girlfriend was planning on moving in, but things with her have not been going well lately. As the charges stated, so he figured that if he burned down his house, he would no longer have to worry about her moving in.
Yeah, I'd cauterize the relationship wound, if you will.
This whole story just seemed like a very Nick response to the situation.
I totally get it.
Well,
definitely.
look, it's fine. I've still got a plot of land. My dog's fine.
Yeah, you can't live here.
Yeah.
I'm great.
He also told police that he was addicted to meth.
Sorry, I forgot to mention, massive into meth as well. So
yeah,
might as well put that on the report.
And admitted that he does hear voices, and that the voices had previously told him to physically harm himself and others.
So in a way, I did the right thing.
But yeah, I redirected that. I redirected it onto the house.
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend who's moving in, she's imaginary. But the house...
Progress.
Yeah. I didn't set fire to myself. I didn't set fire to my meth.
Yeah, Gary's house is fine. At the minute,
Just
Gary...
burn it down. There's something so casual as well about lighting a fire. Of just having a torch and just placing it in different parts of the room.
It starts so small.
Yeah.
And it just...
As you walk away.
One there, and one there. That's
now,
nice.
all my problems are gone. Well, all my old problems are gone. I've got a load of new problems now, but the old ones are gone.
We're all nice and warm.
She won't move in now.
We just walk away.
She won't move in now.
We just walk away.
Yeah. I mean, it's awkward.
You would want to live in a flaming house.
I mean, I'm assuming it was it ended in a breakup. I'm assuming.
I mean, I would imagine so. So let's recap here.
Yeah.
You, rather than telling me that you didn't want to live with me, you burned all your worldly possessions.
Yeah. Not the meth.
Not the meth.
Still got the meth. Okay. So I mean, I've ended.
That's in the car. So we'll live in your car.
I'll live in my car. Just gets into the blaze. Single bachelor life. I mean, I've sometimes felt that breaking up on a not the truth to soften the blow.
Yeah,
has kind of helped, and I've had some pretty crazy people in my life. I mean, one of them I told them I'm sorry, but I'd have to go to Iraq real quick. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, some family were in a plane crash over Iraq, so I had to go over there and visas, all that stuff.
It's a whole thing.
I've got to go deal with that. I'll be back though. When I come back from Iraq, if I come back, it's a war zone. But we'll see if I can get it dealt with then. So I'm really sorry about that. It's like, good. And I think in my defense, that was like step 5. Or step 1 was, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
Yeah.
Try to talk it through, and then it wasn't going through. So it was like, well, I'm going to Iraq. So maybe it's the same case. She just didn't get the message, so he set fire to it.
Yeah, that was stage 2.
Yeah. Just burn the place down.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll listen now.
Yeah. Get the insurance, buy more meth, have a wonderful 6 weeks.
Relationship goals.
Yeah.
Say.
In other news, Lee Bowman of Sioux City, Iowa, has been charged with arson after he set his neighbor's house on fire because they didn't mow his lawn.
Fires, it fixes so many issues. You know what I mean?
Investigators said Lee Bowman, 53 of, I think I'm saying this right, Sioux City, S-I-O-U-X.
Like Sioux Falls.
Right, okay. Sioux City admitted that he upset, that he was upset because he asked his neighbours on Saturday to mow his lawn, and on Sunday they still hadn't done it.
I gave him around 24 hours.
To mow my lawn.
I like the idea that he didn't like go into the house. He stayed on his side of the fence and just poked a fire through an open window. Maybe this was with a note attached to it that was going up in flames. This is for the lawn.
Bowman was arrested and charged with first-degree arson and criminal mischief. A neighbour later banged on their door to alert them that their house was on fire.
They didn't know.
Oh no! Yeah,
they're upstairs in the window watching something. Downstairs, it's on fire.
You know your house is on fire. Yeah. And they got camera footage of him like going, and first he like goes and like fucks with their car, and then
doesn't satisfy him.
Yeah,
comes back, takes their cat, comes back with a big blaze of fire, shoves it through the letterbox or something.
And they said that they found an accelerant, and the accelerant was just like essentially just a small fire that he'd built. Right. Under the corner of the house, just with sticks, and just made a really nice job of it. Well, there you go.
Gonna ruin their drive.
Yeah.
This kind of works. I think this actually gets my point across more.
This is, I'm an artiste.
I've got a right to express myself however I want.
Yeah. And away from fire for the final story. In sad news, Farfor, the Hamas Mickey Mouse lookalike, is dead.
No! The Hamas Mickey Mouse.
This is nuts.
You don't say. Terrorist organisation tried to get endorsed by Disney. Tried to remake Walt Disney.
A Mickey Mouse lookalike who preached Islamic domination on a Hamas-affiliated children's television program was beaten to death in the show's final episode on Friday.
So they scripted it.
Yeah, it was a skit. In the final skit, Farfor was killed by an actor posing as an Israeli official trying to buy Farfor's land. At one point, the mouse called the Israeli a terrorist. Farfor was martyred while defending his land.
I just look right, so you go, right, in terms of, propaganda and stuff like that, kind of makes sense to see these, I guess for Hamas, they're meant to see Israel as the enemy.
Yeah.
But do you want a bunch of 4-year-olds to be like, right, let's get him, boys?
Just...
set that image in early. Never forgive you for killing our Mickey Mouse.
Farfor was martyred while defending his land, said Sarah, the teen presenter.
So the camera just panned from Mickey Mouse getting kicked the shit out over to a lovely Sunshine Hill.
Yeah.
And so Farfor was martyred.
He was killed by the killers of children, she added.
I don't know, some imaginary kids, Goofy, or I don't know, Donald Duck. No, just the killers of children. It's the killers of children. We'll put that up there.
It's just, I understand, if you're in it, the whole thing is probably still just nuts.
Yeah.
It's chaos beyond anything that we've kind of experienced since the war.
But I think if you were sat
from an
watching
outside
telly,
perspective,
yeah, if you're sat watching telly with your kids and Mickey Mouse gets martyred by the killer of children, you'd be like, "It feels like we're not necessarily working towards peace."
No, could we put a Goofy movie on or something?
Yeah, Finding Nemo. We find him at the bottom of a grave. It's we found him. He was also killed by the killer of children.
Yes, Nemo was martyred.
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty, and it's just one shot of a dead person with thanks. You're welcome from Israel. It's a big tag on it.
And it was
killers of children.
It was the final episode, and the Hamas-led network they haven't decided what they're going to put on instead. Because obviously, it's the thing is, at least they work things like the BBC. They don't just keep it going forever. They know when the story's done.
Yeah, they don't milk the franchise. Get the children to adore it, then martyr it. That's how it works. They did it with Spooks, right? There was always a main character that died at the end of every season.
Yeah, and people still worship Faulty Towers, but it's they were 2-3 seasons.
Yeah. But fair enough. I mean, so it's a tough writing room. You got to put it that way, right? It's got to be a weird, it's intense pressure on the season finale every year.
What if Farfor was martyred?
Yeah, what about next year? Martyr him again? No, it doesn't work.
No, he's already dead. He's already dead.
I like this killer of children vibe we've got.
It's a good
make sure that carries on.
Yeah. If we can bring someone else back, but in the same sort of gimmick.
Yeah.
Maybe DC did it. They made someone else wear the cape. I'm sure we can. But build in the Hamas universe.
You've got Captain America, but it's just a fat guy in a McDonald's. Yeah, it's got the Hulk who's just, I don't know, overweight and lost. American tourist looking for direction. Meanwhile, they've got Far. And missile strike, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
It's just bizarre. Just bizarre.
What we've
indoctrinating kids in general into anything is fucking weird. Like and I mean, it doesn't get taken to that extreme, but like we're no different in other countries of like people indoctrinating kids now into fucking wokeism and all of this weird critical theory and all of this bullshit. But like, it's another level to like make them adore a thing and then just murder it.
Well, what's the most recent one? Was it Pepe Le Pew, wasn't it? Pepe Le Pew got taken off of cartoons.
You get cancelled for a sexual assault or something.
That kind of thing. Like they promised not to do that anymore and stuff like that. And you go like, I see what you're trying to say, but I don't necessarily understand the science. Yeah. But fair enough. It's not like we've got... I mean, Pepe Le Pew wasn't martyred.
Yeah.
You know, for a terrorist organisation.
Yeah.
Seems like quite extreme. But we've said a number of times, right, that if ever... because we talk about how much we procrastinate when writing and filming stuff, you go like, if someone gave us the opportunity to make something real and funded it and was like, look, this is our passion project, but let's work on this together. We'd be like, we'd drop everything, be like, yes, this would be great. I think I'd still do it for a terrorist organisation.
Far for the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, we've said before, like if there was our film idea and we would just, let's pick it up and do it. If it was for propaganda purposes, I'd still do it. There's a story in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Hamas. If you're listening, we'd be up for making Far for the animated series. Or something.
Yeah, we've got some very persuasive ideas.
Yeah, we've got 60 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, common themes are being kicked to death.
Yeah, lots of fire, lots of stamped on by cows.
Yeah, which I'm sure are things you can get behind.
Yeah, I'm sure in murdering of these innocent people could be good work. Yeah. Reach out. I need to get better at social media. Hamas, let's do some marketing. Let's do a collab.